Morning, Peter. Thank you for joining me for Lunchtime Business. Guys, we're talking to Peter Gruen. I'm going to have to ask you how to say that. Gruenbaum. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's absolutely correct.
Peter Gruenbaum. Peter's an award-winning business coach and action coach. And you've been doing this for some time. Peter, tell us more about you.
Hi, Kevin. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, I've been in coaching since 2017. And when I bought the Action Coach franchise and the methodology and things like that Action Coach provides for business owners to do what they need to do to actually be successful and to achieve what they want to achieve, that's what attracted me to business coaching in the first place.
Yeah.
Such an array of ways and means to do business.
So essentially, Peter, I mean, what we want to be able to take away from these sessions is really to add value to business owners out there. You know, currently we're sitting in the current climate of the world, of South Africa. And, you know, we just want to be able to have some useful information. I know that some of the information you sent me was chatting. What is the definition of marketing? I know that a lot of companies, there's so many facets that a business needs to be looking at, and marketing being one of them. It's you know what we're going to be chatting about today. Please explain to us more about the definition of marketing and why this is important.
Well, as a business coach, marketing is very important to every business. So
Yeah.
what we see it and we define marketing as we look at it and say it's buying lifetime customers. In other words, investing money in marketing is giving you the opportunity to buy a customer that will buy from you, use your services for a lifetime. Well, the lifetime can be 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, whatever the case may be. So yeah, it's buying lifetime customers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's interesting to me is when you say lifetime customers, one of the things that stands out for me is that engagement. And I think marketing is really a part of that, because I've currently, oh, sorry, I've just got someone phoning me, yes. But I've got someone who's dealt with me a couple of years ago. And essentially what's nice about that is a few years later, we've connected again on LinkedIn, and we've now again started chatting about a new project. So
it's 11 o'clock.
That lifetime business that you're referring to is definitely, you know, the aim. Would you say that that's what marketing is supposed to do and supposed to help you with?
Absolutely. That's precisely what marketing is supposed to do. Marketing is not just sending out an ad and wishing for everybody to come and visit your business and stay with you. Marketing is much more about than that. Okay, so what we really are looking at is there are two sides to marketing. What we call it acquisition cost, and then the lifetime value. Okay, so at first you buy a client by getting them to actually come to your business, whatever the case may be, and to create that lifetime value after that. So let me explain it by an example for you.
Yeah.
So let's say that you've got an ad campaign that costs you, say, 3,000 Rand, whatever the case may be. And out of that, the 3,000 Rand, you get 10 customers, okay, or 10 clients. That gives you, it's 10 Rand, 300 Rand per customer. Okay, yeah. So that's acquisition cost for that customer. But now let's say the lifetime of 5 years, the client buys from you 5 times just for argument's sake, at the value of 300 Rand. So you are actually now the investment of it, putting in the 3,000 Rand up front or the 300 Rand to get the client, is now developing into a 1,200 Rand profit in layman terms to give you out of that customer. So what's the idea is to actually try and lower your acquisition cost and increase your lifetime period. So the longer the client stays with you, or the customer stays with you, the more profit you will make from that initial investment.
Absolutely. So in terms of, from your point of view, obviously marketing is an expense, and it's an expense that a lot of people, I think, don't necessarily want to take. People don't really want to spend time. You know, I mean, I'm guilty of that, falling into that trap where you kind of, you're just sharing a little bit of stuff on social media, and hopefully someone kind of sort of likes what you're doing. And that's really just not the case. You know, part of your marketing expense really has to be calculated according to profits and how you want to work out your forward kind of thinking on your project for the next 6 months kind of thing. Tell us more about how we should consider marketing as an expense.
All right. Well, in my build up to this, to come to this question,
yeah.
You have never heard me say that marketing is an expense. I've always been talking about marketing as an investment. So if you take the example that I used, it must be an investment. But a lot of companies and a lot of business owners, a lot of CEOs and a lot of accountants specifically will tell you, but marketing is an expense, because a lot of campaigns that has been launched, they don't actually provide the results that one wants from that campaign. And the reason being, well, our experience is that they don't test and measure their results. So testing means you're putting something out there. If it doesn't work, change it to something else, but you have to measure it. And the question you need to ask is, your clients or your customer that comes in, where did you hear from about us? How did you get to my shop or my office? So that you can actually measure the results of that specific campaign. So a lot of people see it as an expense and not an investment.
So, and I think that's probably one of the reframes that business owners out there really need to make, is getting your brain wrapped around is, how do I invest in my marketing instead of how do I expend on my marketing? Because it becomes a brain shift. It becomes how I'm seeing where I'm spending my money.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay. So one of the questions is, what is Action Coach's secret to marketing? Because I know, I know that Action Coach is a franchisee, and I know a few coaches already, and I'm so glad I got hold of you. But from your perspective, what is the Action Coach secret to marketing?
All right. Very good question. First of all, it's a very good question. Where do we get our basis from that we actually say that marketing is an investment first?
Yeah.
So if you think of a Volkswagen Golf, all right, it might be a GTI, it doesn't matter, a Volkswagen Golf and an Audi R8. Do you know that they are both built on the same chassis? So yeah.
I know that. I do know that.
Well, they are built on the same chassis.
Wow. Okay.
So, but which one would you prefer? One would obviously say the R8, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Most of us men will say an R8. Okay. Yeah. The lady friends out there might not say an R8. They might say the Golf, because it's much more, how can I put it? It's more family car and things like that. The practical side of it, they will look.
Yeah, the R8 is a nice, it's a nice fast car. It's a very sexy looking car. So yeah.
Okay. So now let's go and look at that in business terms.
Okay.
If it's a small business, you've got the small business that you've got, whether it's in golf, doesn't matter. The chassis of the more expensive car is exactly the same. So, which means that doesn't matter what the outcome is of your business, the end result, where you going to, where you want to be at. The same principles apply in every business, large or small. All right. So for me to actually explain that to you a little bit better, you mind if I share my screen with you?
Yeah, sure. I know you said you've got some slides. If you could put that up for us.
Okay, let's see whether it works.
Alrighty, yeah, I can see that. So
Right.
what I'm seeing is 5 proven ways to increase your profits.
Okay, so awesome. Exactly. So now through this is what we also call the business chassis. Now let me open it up for you. So you will see that there are 5 red words standing out, okay, which are customers, turnover, and profit.
Yes.
So those are standing out because they are results. Okay, it's something has to happen for you to have customers. Something has to happen for you to have turnover. Something has to happen to have profit. Okay. So if you really think of it carefully, you cannot change customers, you cannot change your turnover, you cannot change your profit, unless one of the 5 things that we call the business chassis actually changes. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is how to make marketing more specific, looking at specific areas that you can concentrate on in your business and say, listen, but I need to look at more leads. I need to look at maybe converting those leads into customers. Enough leads, but I must change the way that we convert. I need to change the number of transactions that they do so I can increase the turnover. So these are the ways that any business, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as we are concerned as Action Coach, actually runs. If you don't have people coming into your business and you don't convert them to customers, you don't sell something to them, you don't have turnover, and if you don't have turnover, you don't have profit. Okay, so does that make sense to you? I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry,
Peter, I just want to interject there quick. What I think is important to note here is very often what people struggle with is they go, yeah, I have a number of leads, but I'm not making profit. And I think they jump a whole few steps here. So I love the fact that you've got, a beautiful method sort of showing how it sort of leads into each other. Because, you have to get your conversion rate right. You have to understand what the transactions are and really work through it as a nice systematic way. But please carry on. I love this.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Now, for all of this, that's where the testing and measuring comes in. For all of these 5 methods or ways, Action Coach for everyone, each one, there's a lot of strategies that we've got that you can work on. In total, we've got over 380 strategies that can be used to actually pinpoint your marketing on certain things that you need to do for all these, the 5 ways.
Yeah.
Okay, but to make it interesting and to maybe explain it a little bit better, let me put in some some figures for you.
Fantastic.
Okay, so the number of leads, let's say, is 4,000, and you convert 25% of those leads into they become customers. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say these customers over a period of time buys from you twice, an average rand sale of 1,000 rand, you will agree that that's a 2 million rand turnover.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's say that there's a profit margin of 25%, that leaves you with a profit of 500,000. Okay, so just by increasing this with 10%, each of these numbers, okay, do you think that's fair? It should be fair, just a 10% increase in numbers. So let's look at what the end results become. Okay, so you've got your 4,000. If you increase that by 10%, it becomes 4,400. Okay, you convert the 4,000 or the 25%, add 10% to that, it's 27.5%. Okay, that's 10% on 25%, not 10%, 5% plus 10%. Okay, that gives you an increase in leads of 21%, 1,210. Okay, so we are now also saying that just your conversion rate just by testing and measuring what you are actually doing and getting in. Okay, you will increase your conversion rate at least by 10%. Okay. So marketing, getting your number of leads up, and just by actually looking at where your leads come from and seeing what they are doing and how they are buying, you will actually convert them and increase your conversion rate at least, okay, by 10%.
Yeah.
All right, so let's increase the number of transactions also 3%. That increases to 2.2%. The number of, or the average rand sale to 1,100 by 10%. That already gives you a 46% increase in turnover. Okay.
Well, that's
increase your profit margin by 10% as well. That's a 61% increase in profit.
Wow. When you have the numbers in front of you like that and you look at it, it's quite a significant jump in profit. And I love that it's such a visual. I love this. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the strategies that you can now go implement. If you haven't got enough leads in your business, there are specific marketing strategies that you then go and do to increase your leads. Okay.
Yeah.
If you've got a conversion rate which is 30 or 40 or 50% already, just by increasing your leads, that will create more customers. So it's not maybe necessarily that you have to increase your conversion rate. Okay. So there's strategies for every one of these 5 ways, which makes your marketing so much easier, because now you know exactly, you test and measure your leads and conversion rate. If you test and measure these ways, you will know exactly where you need to increase, and you will have to maybe consider using 5 strategies on this, and let's say for number of transactions, concentrate on 5 ways or 5 strategies to increase your number of transactions. It makes it a lot easier to do that than just marketing all over and say, well, haphazardly putting an ad out and hopefully we will get more leads and so on. So it makes it much more pinpointed to a specific goal that you need to reach in your marketing plan, marketing campaigns that you launch. So with this in mind, it more and more actually now opens up and visually see that this is investment in marketing. It's not an expense anymore, because you can see what a difference it makes in your business.
So I'm just gonna, can you take that screen off for us so I just can see you again?
Yes, I'm going to.
Cool. So Peter, I mean, I think that's the information you're sharing, and I think one of the things that I want to sort of touch on, and you know, with the years experience you've got, I mean, you're an award-winning action coach. One of the questions that immediately comes to mind is, why do you think businesses are not approaching it systematically like that? I mean, obviously you guys have a wonderful system, but what do you think is really the crux of what people need to get behind?
Well, I think it's fear. Fear of actually taking the next step, or taking the small step or the next step to actually start investing in marketing the right way. Actually doing the things that your peers or your previous, or whatever the case may be, you haven't been taught to do, haven't done, because everybody says, but it's so expensive to market, it's so expensive to put out ads, and so on. I think for me, I think fear is one of the biggest things. And maybe, I don't want to say it, but I have to say it, is complacency. People are happy with what they've got. They don't want to grow, or they hope they will grow, but they don't want to actually do the investment to grow. Hopefully, yeah, I'm wrong, but that's my opinion on it.
No, I mean, I love the way that, you know, when you look at the way that you're breaking it down and you kind of see how you put that together, it does definitely, from a visual aspect, it does give you a sense of, you know, if I tweak maybe I just have those leads that I'm busy with, and if I convert more leads, I even just increasing my conversion rate, and making sure that that's working better, I'm still increasing profits. So it's sort of understanding that process really well, and I think it makes a hell of an impression when you see it like that. You're going, well, that's definitely something I could start working at. Is there more to those slides? I know there's more information. Is there more stuff that on there that you can share with us?
Well, I can share with you at this stage. I've only prepared those 3 slides to actually share with you the basic principles of marketing as we see it.
Yeah.
So in the next, we can actually go further into marketing if you would want the next time that we meet.
No, what I want to be able to, tell us more about what you sort of foresee for us every Friday, because we're going to be having chats like this, and you're going to give us some beautiful insight like that every Friday. So what can we be looking forward to in the next couple of Fridays to kind of see how we can add value to our business?
Okay, yeah, sure. I will do that for you. Yeah, what we will do is we're going to take now the 6 steps that we, as 6 building blocks, 6 steps towards getting to a business that can actually work without you. So that's Action Coach's definition of a business as well, is it's a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. Okay. So there are 6 steps to get to those results, so that you actually have a business that can work without you. You have an asset that with passive income, whatever the case may be. So next week we will start off with mastery. Then we will go into the niche side of it, which is niche marketing. That's combined. The next step after that will be leverage, systemization, how to systemize. And hopefully another Friday, if we can, we will go to the team to synergize and get the results. So these are the first, the 6 steps, or the 6 building blocks of getting to that business. And I would like to actually go further with this. Marketing was for me the beginning, because a lot of people see marketing now differently because of the change in where we are as a country and as businesses as a whole. Marketing needs to be prevalent and upfront for everybody to do. But next week, with the weeks to come, we will look at doing those building blocks, starting with mastery, getting rid of the chaos in your business.
Yes, and helping people tackle that fear, because I do think it's a bit of fear, but it's also a bit of I don't know where to go from here. And with the practical steps that you've shown us, can you just show us again on conclusion of today's chat what those steps are?
Sure. Okay, so let me just open it up. Okay, why is it taking so long? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Go back. Well, let me leave it on these steps. That's fine with the numbers in it to show what it actually looks like.
That's perfect. So, what we can take away from today is our number of leads, our conversion rate gives us those customers, of our transactions, and the average sale gives us our turnover, and our profit margins leading to our profits, and how we can literally increase this practically if we just increased our number of leads, everything there by at least 10%, right?
Absolutely. If
fantastic.
Just remember, should you increase your leads by 10%, but you increase your conversion rate from where you are, let's say at the 25%, and you double that, just imagine the impact that will have on your result at the end, on your profit. Because all of a sudden, for instance, you've got 4,000 leads, and now you double your conversion. It's like 50%. Now you double your number of customers. Okay, that will make a massive impact on your end result, which is your profit that you want to look at. The same will happen if you've got, 1,000 or just 25% conversion, your number of leads stay the same, but you increase your number of transactions. If you double your number of transactions,
yeah,
just look at the impact each and every one of these 5 steps can have on your business.
Yeah, Peter, it's fantastic. I love that. I just stopped the sharing there.
That's fine. That's fine.
I love the steps. I think it's a beautiful thing, and I'm sure a whole bunch of people are going to be looking at that and kind of realizing the numbers that they're dealing with. Tell us when we want to get hold of you. Where can we get hold of you?
All right, you can get hold of me via phone. Okay.
Yeah.
081-337-0470.
Yeah.
Get hold of me via email. It's petergrunbaum@actioncoach.com. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. I don't really.
Yeah, I see you've got them all covered. Yeah, there's email, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, a whole bunch. And all of this information, I'll also make sure that it's in the video below. So if you see this online on YouTube or on Instagram, all of this information that you're sharing with us today, Peter, is going to be in the description box below. Peter, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to doing our lunchtime business sessions every Friday. And yeah, thank you for that. I'm definitely going to relook at this and start making notes on everything we do here. But I think it's
awesome. That's great.
I think it's really useful. Thank you for sharing that. And thanks for joining on Lunchtime Business.
Thank you for the opportunity. And yeah, we need to share this with every business out there so they can see it's not that difficult to do marketing. Thank you very much. Appreciate for the opportunity.
Thanks, Peter. I'll chat to you next week.
Cool. Thanks, Kevin.